If you want to get better at evangelism, share your faith with Christians. Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to my channel, Gospel Simplicity, a place where we are passionate about the beautiful simplicity and transformative power of the gospel. We're out to talk about life, Jesus, and the journey of faith in a real, honest, and open way. So if that all interests you and you haven't already, be sure to hit subscribe down below to become a part of what we're doing here on this channel. Well, hey guys, we are jumping back into our series, Real Talk about Evangelism. I know it's been a minute since we've been in this series, but I'm excited to just get another episode in this series because I think it's one that could be really, really helpful to you and maybe an idea that on the surface wouldn't make a lot of sense, but I think could have a really big impact in your life. So as I said at the very beginning of this video, if you want to get better at sharing your faith, start with just sharing your faith with Christians. I know when we talk about evangelism, it's usually about, like sharing your faith with people who aren't Christians with the hope of converting them. And that's true. That's generally evangelism, and we should do that. But evangelism at its core is just spreading the good news about Jesus. And if we can't do that with Christians, we'll never be able to do that well with unbelievers. And it was a while ago that I came across this statistic, but I was thinking about it in relation to this series, and I wanted to bring it up. In an op-ed article written by a guy named Jonathan Merritt in the New York Times, he published this article called "It's Getting Harder to Speak About God," and I'll link it down below. But in that article, he references a statistic from the Barna Group, which I've mentioned before in this series, and it was that of practicing Christians, those who regularly attend church and consider faith important to them, only 13% have spiritual conversations once a week. Which is just crazy when you think about it, because as Christians, we are saying that the most important thing in our life is the reality of Jesus. Yet, we only talk about it rarely. Only 13% of us talk about it once a week. And I get it. It's become a stigma. What are the things you don't talk about? Religion and politics. But even within the circle of other Christians, this isn't about talking to people outside the faith, but only 13% just regularly have conversations about faith in general. What does this tell us about the importance of our faith in our lives? And I think for us, the truth is we just don't practice it enough. That we really do believe these things are important, but it's become such a private thing that religion is just, I don't know, it's like the thing we do on Sundays. But it's so much more than that. And I really want to encourage you to just get into a habit of communicating your faith with other Christians. That will be the safest and easiest environment to do it. But doing that will help you share your faith with people who don't believe the same things, because you'll just get more comfortable talking about what God is doing in your life. Something I am super grateful for is the people that have come into my life and made it a habit to just ask me, hey, how's your walk with God going? How's your time in the Word been? What's God doing in your life? And at first, when I started making friendships like that, I'm sorry to say that it felt kind of weird. I'm I don't really talk about this stuff that much, but it's been such a blessing because it's allowed me to just become more conversant in that and be comfortable talking about, what is God doing in my life, and be comfortable with becoming a little more vulnerable with that. And just being able to communicate how I've been just encountering God through quiet time or through prayer or through church, or just being honest about, I'm not doing that well right now. Those are the friendships you want to make, and I want to encourage you to seek those people out and then make those conversations just normal. Make them commonplace in your relationships, where you can just check in on people and be how is God working in your life? And the other benefit of this is that when people are going to be asking you these questions, it makes you think about this. It makes you pay more attention to, okay, what is God doing in my life? And am I living a life where I'm putting God in such a place of priority where, I am experiencing Him working in my life? And it's not that we do these things to please these people, but it is just a great reminder of, okay, this is what I say is the center of my life, and am I making it the center of my life? And all throughout Paul's letters, we see this encouragement to us to encourage one another, to build each other up. That is the function of the body of Christ. And so this is our training ground for evangelism. Evangelism isn't this lone star, this cowboy effort that we do all by ourselves. No, it's a communal effort. We help each other out. We encourage one another. We build each other up. We talk about our faith. We learn how to speak God, as Jonathan Merritt puts it. And that just allows us to begin to share our faith in other avenues as well. So really, this is quite a simple video, and there's no reason for it to go much longer. But I just want to encourage you, start making a habit of talking about your faith with other Christians and see how that impacts your life. It's not going to seem super flashy. You're not going to see people converted because of it, but I think it'll really help you just grow in your faith, help those around you grow in their faith, and it will help you become a better communicator of the gospel and be able to share your faith better. So I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video. It truly means the world to me. I really just appreciate you guys so much. That you watch these videos shocks me, means so much to me, and I'm so grateful for you. If you did enjoy this video, which I hope you did if you watched the whole thing, be sure to just click like, leave a comment, letting me know what you thought. I'd love to hear your thoughts, interact with you, get to know you. And of course, if you haven't already, be sure to hit subscribe down below to become a part of what we're doing here on this channel. But until next time, guys, I want to encourage you to be on the lookout for more videos and go out and love God and love others, because that will change the world. Peace. Love you guys so much. See you next time.